Hi guys, I want to give you a little introduction to this lesson. So you're going to be using a lot of factoring over your next years of math class. And the point is not to factor, the point is to use factoring to solve problems. So right now you've been taught how to factor different situations differently. But in reality, when you go to use factoring to solve problems, you're going to have to know which method to use because it's not going to say this is a difference of squares, factor like a difference of squares, right? You're going to have to know what to do. So what I've done is I've noticed that students sometimes struggle with what they're supposed to do and when they're supposed to do it. So I've developed this flow chart where you can use this to figure out when you're given a polynomial to figure out what exactly you're supposed to do, which method you're supposed to use. Okay, so you don't need to write this down right now because you're going to watch a video and see what to fill out in each box. But I just want to show you how to use it. So once the video is over and you go to do the practice, normally I would see you in class and then we'd work on that together. But when the video is over, you're going to do some practice and you're going to be given a bunch of polynomials to factor and you're going to have to figure out which way to factor it, right? So for instance, you're going to learn that you're going to start over here. So the first thing you always want to do when you are given a polynomial is see if you can factor out a GCF. If you don't do that, then it's not fully factored. Okay, so you would follow this flowchart once it's all filled in. It's kind of a cheat sheet. I'm also going to give you a quick review of how to do each factoring method. But you would start here, you'd look at the polynomial, see if there's a GCF, factor it out, and then you'd move to the next one right here. If it's a special case, right, if you determine that it's one of the special cases, which are perfect square trinomials or difference of squares, then you're going to go, this is mirrored, so it's weird for me to move my fingers like this. So then you're going to go down to these boxes, right, and this will make more sense once this is all filled out, and you'll be told how to factor it, okay? Or you would just keep, if it's not a special case, you would keep going down, oh, it's a trinomial, and then it would go down here, and there's the trinomial when 1 is equal to 0 and when 1 is not equal to 0. Okay, if it's not a trinomial, you would go down and see if it's a 4-term polynomial. Now, we didn't actually cover this. I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to leave it in the practice because I think a lot of you can handle it. It's very similar to factoring a trinomial once you split the middle term, but know that it won't be on the quiz. So if you're struggling with it or you're not quite grasping what to do with those problems, that's okay. Don't worry about it. But if you can do it, you can give those problems a try, then go ahead. There'll be some problems in the practice with 4-term polynomials. All right, so that's how you use this. And as always, just post any questions you have. Yes, I broke my finger washing my bathroom. Nothing cool. All right, I miss you guys and I hope you're doing okay. Bye.